And welcome to the video. In this video series, I'm going to teach you all the basic modes and methods that you're going to be using to optimize meshes within 3D Studio Max. So the first thing we want to do is we want to actually click on a mesh and actually have an idea of how many trigons or polygons you're going to be using for one. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and select our first mesh. Bonus to whoever can figure out who this is. And then so when we select the first mesh, we're going to go to the plus right here. And then we're going to go to Configure Viewports. Under Configure Viewports, you're going to go all the way right here to Statistics. And then you're going to go ahead and click Triangle Count, Edge Count if you like. And if I do total, it's going to show all of them. For this, it's going to show, I'd like to see just the selection so I can see how many tries when it comes to the model is going to have after I optimize it. And then after you do your selection, click on Selection, you do Show Statistics in Active View. Then you hit Apply. And then you hit OK. And then as you can see now, this head right here has 11,808 tries. So I'm going to show you three methods. Two of them are a little bit on the messy side, and some of them are a little, and the other one is a little bit more meticulous, but like that you get more accurate results. So let's go ahead and start with the first one, which is going to be with one of the messy results. So I'm going to take this head, the one on the left, very nice. And this one's going to be a very easy method of doing this. However, your mesh is not going to come out clean in the end. So this is probably more of a preferable method if you're going to use for nature or some sort of a mesh that's already very messy in such an appearance. So you're going to go to your modifier, and then you are going to find one that is called multi-res. What is multi-res? Multi-res is a modifier that you add to the mesh that allows you to actually pick the percentage of tries that you want with your model. So right now it's 11,008, and let's say we're going to shoot for a target with this face to be at about, let's go ahead and make it around 2,000. See how it looks. So what are you going to do? You're going to take multi-res, and then you see right here, you click on generate, and what generate does is it generates the optimization process. When you hit generate, this menu right here lights up, but as you can see, the model is still the same. So what is it that happens? As you can see, nothing has happened. And why is this the messy method? Because this does a general optimization. So in the end, you could have unprecise results if that's what you're looking for. So after I hit generate, vert percent is how much I can lower down the percentage of the vertices based on a percentage. So right now it's currently set to 100. And as you can see now, I'm going to take it and I'm going to start lowering. It's going down, 10,000. 9,000, 8,000, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2,000 was our goal, 2,098. I can live with 2,098. There you go. As you can see now, the mesh has been optimized, which as you can see, you start to get imperfect results because it starts to go take some of the mesh that's optimized from random places. So when it comes to this, you're going to have a good eye in terms of how you're going to work with it and such. For characters or something precise, something like this I wouldn't really recommend. But so if you can see here when I click off and on, what the result is. So that is method number one. We can look at the results afterwards to compare. So we're going to go ahead and isolate everything. And then with the next, we're going to select the middle one. And in the middle one, you're going to go ahead and use the second form of optimization, which is one a general optimization. And this one affects the character throughout the whole, but instead of multi-res, this one is called optimize, which again sounds like it's going to probably be something that obviously optimizes your mesh. But on this occasion, again, you're probably going to get a little bit more messy results. Like you can see here, it has done nothing positive for the mesh. Quite sure what it's done. It's sort of faceted a tiny bit. Let's go ahead and delete that in case that's what's doing it. Try it one more time. Then you're going to go ahead and find optimize. See, not quite spectacular results. So if you start raising the face threshold, it starts to lower the amount of optimization. So I'm going to go in the opposite direction. It's going to be 11,000. So let's go ahead and take it down to 2. And look at the result when we're done. And And as you can see, we get a lot of weird results. And my guess is that the mesh and the faces and the smoothing groups don't exactly take too well to this. So just for fun, I will go ahead and make a copy of this and show you how to fix it if you have an issue like this. I'm going to make that copy right there. Keep that as a copy so I can see the original if I need to. Hide selected. So what am I going to do here? And hopefully this is going to work. We'll see. Collapse it. And then you go to element. And when you have element selected, you click and make a model of it. And then as you can see, now that I did that, all those weird issues have disappeared. So as you can see, more or less, it's not actually a bad optimization. That could maybe have a little bit more tries for the face and such, but as you can see, it does the trick. So if you ever have an occasion where you have a mesh where you import that mesh and you go ahead and you have those sort of weird results, remember what I said. You take your mesh, you go to element, and then you make a copy. Nope, don't want to do that. Control Z. You take and you make a copy of it, and when you make a copy, it fixes all those issues. You go into element, you hit OK, and now you have the mesh, and it looks quite okay. So that is result number 2. Delete. So now let's go ahead and do the result that's actually the meticulous one. And this one you're going to use, of course, whenever you have a mesh that has UVW mapping coordinates attached to it or seams in the model that you don't want to destroy. So this one obviously is the one that takes the most effort, but in the end you get the most results. So let's go ahead and do some ground rules when it comes to this. First, when you optimize, you want to make sure that try to find points of symmetry in the mesh. And those are the points in the mesh that you must try to avoid and not take out, because those that can be a natural spot where people put seams. Or for the most part, I usually tend to avoid places like this, like down the center of the face. So what's a good rule of thumb to go to? So let's go ahead and take your edges. And just to make this easier, if you guys want to have this, you don't have to select it. So first option you have is you select this. And then when you hit loop, it kind of gives you an idea of all the ones that you have selected. It's okay, that's not bad. Or the other option you have is if you go here in the modeling ribbon, go ahead and deselect. And then if you put loop mode, it's going to go ahead and select all the ones that hold loop in a series. So when you start out, first do it very slowly, because the idea or the good rule of thumb is you are going to optimize every other row so you don't have too many swaths of areas where they become too squarish and you lose the basic shape. So the idea is you need to try to keep the very basic outline of whatever you optimize, because whenever it gets to the part you have to, for example, bake a ambient occlusion or a normal map from the high poly, the second you start to lose important places in terms of topography, it becomes harder to actually do a light bake, because you're gonna take out some of the mesh that you need to be able to successfully capture some of the elements of the high poly. So in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and be a little slow about it. And I'm going to take and go with these two first to start out with. Boom, that's good. That's okay. Nice, nice. So go ahead and you have two options when it comes to getting rid of these. You can do remove, which gets rid of it, or control backspace, which also does it. So one thing you could expect when you do this, it's going to go ahead and wreak havoc within smoothing groups, but that's okay, because with something organic, you can go ahead and sort those out when you're done. So we chose 2 of those, and let's go ahead and do some more of these so you can see how many I would do to start to get this to an acceptable level. So right now that made it to 1158. Let's go ahead and remove some and see what effect it has on the mesh. So we got these 2. So if it's the every other, this, again, turn to loop mode, this, and this. Does it look good? Could it have any catastrophic effects? It does not seem like it. So again, control backspace. And then you're going to go next in the series, so it's not this one, it would be this one right here, and this one. Again, anything disastrous, anything that's going to ruin the shape, doesn't seem to be. Boom, seemed the case. And let's see how much this takes off. So right now it went from 11.5 to now it's 11.94, so it has an effect, but not as dramatic as some of the other occasions. So again, we turn on loop mode, we go to edge, and I will go to the next one in the line, which is this one, and in this occasion it's this one, and then I can go one over just to be a little bit more ambitious with it, like this, for example. As you can see, the first rows have been selected, and that looks okay. That's actually not too bad. Control Backspace, that's gone, good, looking good. And then you're going to keep going and doing that for the rest of the model. So I'm going to keep going for a little while so you can kind of get an idea of the workflow. And if I have the energy, I'll go ahead and do after. So let's be a little bit more ambitious this time and go every other 3 lines. So we got that row, not this one, and one more. So as you can see, you have to really, before you even do the optimization, you have to make sure there's no catastrophic consequences to whatever it is you select. So this one I have 1, 2, and one more that I need to pick. And it's going to be this one, yes. That looks okay. Doesn't look too bad. Control, backspace, looks good. See one, okay, edit, undo. Redo, remove. Ah, you see, sometimes it could have those consequences. So control backspace. For some reason, Mac seems to be buggy in this occasion. So what's next after that? Let's see. What's next? So I think in this occasion, we're looking at, and this is something that you're going to have to go ahead and practice by eye, because it's, like I said, so you don't ruin it, you have to be very careful and very meticulous. So this, and then let's go ahead and say this one. And then let's choose the same one. Yes, as you can see, this artist has a lot of good flow with their mesh. Control backspace. See, maybe that's a bit too much. My feeling, it has probably a bit too much. However, sort of creates that dilemma that if I delete there, that's going to give me that. So sometimes, for example, if that doesn't quite work or it has unexpected results, let's go ahead and move on to the next one and see if that has a better result. Click that one. And then, see, as you can see, the loop is going right through the face right there. So that's a good candidate to remove. Go every other one. So you can evenly distribute the places where you remove it. That's okay. Doesn't majorly destroy anything. The next one, get that one. It's okay. And then the other one again. See, as you can see now, that's not a complete edge loop. So now I have to go to the other one and get that one as well. So that's going to be this one. Boom. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. Backspace. As you can see, it's taken some of it, but not too dramatically and such. So what are we going to do? We're going to go down the next ring of the next every other line. So it's going to be this one right here. Rotate to the other one. Control, Duke. Every other, and every other. See, that doesn't seem to have much of a disastrous result for my mesh. So control backspace. That's okay. Where else can I take out some more? I think the next place is probably going to be on some of these eye rings. So let's go with this one. Yeah, that can go. That can go. You see, in this case, yeah, that's enough. It doesn't take enough of the silhouette. That one can go. And I'm going to go every other. That one can go. And that can go. Every other. Every other. Every other. Every other. Every other. See, I have an idea that if I get rid of that, it's not going to be too disastrous. Boom. No, not really. Not really. No. And what are we at now? See, 8,000. We're already getting closer to that goal, but it is not quite there. So where are we going to go next? You have to start picking some of the obvious places in these meshes. So let's go ahead and say the lips. I'm sorry, sir. You're going to have to lose some of those lips. So again, turn on loop mode. So click all that. Every other. Every other. Every other. Every other. Yeah. Hopefully that's not going to be too disastrous. Every other. Every other. Other, and every other, every other. So you see, that's quite a selection there. That's quite a lot to go with. Let's see if this is going to do anything disastrous to our model. Control backspace. No, still okay. What are we down? 7,000. Cool. Can we get rid of more? Where can we get rid of more? I don't think you need so many full lips, sir, so you're going to go ahead and get rid of, again, you see when you click off, it turns off loop mode, so I'm going to go ahead and click this. This one could be gone. This one, let's see, does that make any of the important outline? You see, in that case right there, that one probably, this line right here probably takes too much of the important outline that you need to get rid of, so instead of that one, go ahead and choose this one, and then every other is going to be that one. It's okay. Boom. See, not too much disastrous results on the lips. 7,000 still. You see, we're going to have to be a little bit more ambitious. So let's go ahead and start cutting in another orientation. So instead of loop mode, we're going to go ring mode, and then click that. Nope, it's going to be loop mode. That one, yeah, that can go. That can go. Every other. That can go. That can go. That seems to go, and that one seems to be able to go. Let's see. Yeah, nothing too disastrous. Control backspace, get rid of that. That's okay. 6,000. It's cool. You see some of these right here are probably a bit too much, so let's go ahead and get rid of some of these. So again, turn on loop mode. This one we don't need. That one you could go, that one can go, that one can go, that one can go, that one can go. Potentially could go, I'm not sure yet. Boom, let's see, anything disastrous is going to come if I go ahead and take that. I don't think so. Control backspace. 6,000, you see now we have to start to be a little bit more ambitious with some of these that we take out. So let's go ahead and find other places where it can go. Probably still on the neck, still pretty good. So go ahead and click select. Loop mode again. That's a good candidate right there. As you can see, that actually does quite a bit. Go ahead and take that one. Let's see. Actually, no. You see that one? If we take that one out, we kind of hurt its Adam's apple. So that one's going to stay. So this one right here seems like it's a good candidate because that doesn't affect the shape too much. I think you could probably get rid of this one as well. That keeps the shape. That one as well. See, that could work. Control backspace. See, that's okay. How many are we down to now? 6. Are we still at 6? Are you kidding me? So we're gonna have to be a little bit again more ambitious and pick some more. So let's go ahead and go with. Then you see, after you start to go a while, you start to figure out which ones kind of sort of make sense. So from the forehead, we still have quite a lot of free leeway. So let's go ahead and look from the left perspective so we can check out and make sure we don't take anything we want. So this one right here makes the outline. This one does not. So let's go ahead and do loop mode. That one could you go. That one could go. That. 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 Kind of need this one. That one can go is my guess. That one can go. That one can go. Yeah, we're gonna have to, this is gonna be a weird tough call. So let's go ahead and look at this. Control C, Control backspace. As you can see, I'm slowly taking down the vertices on these and it's not having too much of dramatic on the shape and on the outline. 5,000, we're getting there. So let's go hit in some of the ones that are more clumped up, like in the chin, for example. Or you know what, we can still keep working on the forehead because we want to just keep the general shape. So again, you're gonna go to edge. You're gonna go to loop mode. And then let's go ahead and start with this one, this one, this one, this one. Ooh, that's got to do a lot for the ear, so we're going to have to make sure that doesn't kill the ear too much. That one, that one, that one. And let's see, Control backspace. Does it do anything too dramatic? Control Z. I'm going to be brave and say no, it doesn't. It's good enough. Still keeps the basic shape of the ear. What are we down to? 4. And let's see. Which other ones could we still remove? Go to edge mode. You see back here, there's plenty you can do. So you're going to go and select. Turn on loop mode to make it easier on you. That one, that one, that one. that one, that one. See, it could be that I have to keep that one. You see that one I'm not going to keep. I'm not going to go ahead and do that one because that's going to take a little bit of the outline. So go ahead and do Control Backspace. That still keeps my face pretty enough. Let's see. This one right here on the chin, again, is another good candidate. Loop mode, that's good. I can get rid of that. Let's see. That one could go. This guy doesn't have to have such a prominent chin, so let's say this one, that one, that one. That's a risky one, but I'm willing to take that risk. See, nothing too dramatic from that. 4,000. Let's see if we're going to be able to make it to the end of this video and get to that 4,000. So now where's the next logical place? Now these eyes, I'm sorry, I know you have such pretty expressive eyes, but we're going to have to optimize them. So where can we start? Again, we're going to go into loop mode and start from here. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Am I missing any? I don't think so. Is there going to be any dramatic effects anywhere? That's somewhere that's going to... Yeah, you know what? I'm willing to risk that forehead. Let's go ahead and Control Backspace. No, you know... No, I'm not willing to lose that one up there. I still think we can still lose probably some more on the forehead. So let's go ahead and Control Z, go. Have to make sure we keep that one. So we want to keep that. The second one could be the next one that goes book. Yes. Control Backspace. That works. Then here, what's that going to kill? See, that's the one I want to keep. So that's the one we're keeping. So that inner one could go. Inner one could also go. Control Backspace. 4,000. Ah, you see, I'm going to have to be much more ambitious now. So where could we keep? Take this one right here. Could potentially go my guess. Let's see. Duke. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do much of an effect. Now in the chin, we're going to probably be able to get some of these. So let's see which one is probably the one that least affects the overall outline. My guess it's going to be this one. And I'm guessing right here I could lose this one too and reasonably keep. See, the outline still sort of more or less remains. Let's go ahead and take some of the ears to see. Ooh, that, you see that one right there. The way it's modeled, that could actually be... Yeah, if I take that one out, that's going to be a disastrous one. So we're going to go ahead and keep that row right there. See if we can take some more from the eye and see if it has a negative effect. You see that one we can't get it rid of. Duke. Same one, that works. What are we down to? Duke. 3,000. What do you think, kids? Do you think we're going to be able to get this? You see right here in the lips, do you need such expressive lips? I think not. So no, that one can... See, stupid mode. So go ahead and go and click that. Is that the actual inner outline? You see that? No, you see that one could be taken out. This one could be taken out. Backspace. Let's see, where else? What are we down to? We're down to 3,000. You could probably get rid of this ring right here because it does some of the outline, but not as much as you think. Oop. Backspace. See, this is where you really start to have to be really creative and make sure you keep your outlines and such, and then going to the rule of every other. So that one can go. That's not been really too disastrous. No, I don't think so. We're next. See, I have a feeling now in the forehead is going to have to lose some. So where can we lose some? Let's go ahead and see ring mode on. That could go. Could you go with this one? Do we need you? Do we need you? It's one of those. Yeah, that's one of those weird calls where you have to just sort of make it. It did take a good bit of the outline, but then again, we also need to get this closer down to 2,000 or as close as we can without destroying the mesh. Can we lose this one, Duke? Yeah, you can lose this one. Do I want to lose that one? No, that adds a little too much of that to the outline. So this one right here probably can go in the forehead. And probably, could you get rid of this one? Could you get rid of this one? Ooh, I'm going to be brave and say yes. No, I don't think so. That one took too much outline from the forehead. So the next best one is going to be this one right here. Control backspace. I'm thinking some of these up here. This one you can potentially lose. Did you lose this one? No. You need that. You need that one. That one. Yeah, you can lose that one. It's not gonna be, you're not going to be able to perfectly keep all your outlines and such, but do the best you can. Loop. It's okay. Not too much. Now, you see that one right there took too much of this important outline for the ear, so we're going to go ahead and keep that intact. So this one could be probably use some optimization. Let's see, is that going to work? Ooh, yes, I'll take a risk. What are we down to? 3. Let's see, I'm sure there's probably some more places we can take some polygons from this. Probably, you know what, you probably could use, probably get rid of these lips. Sorry, nobody needs to have lips like that. Mode. C, control. See, that one took too much of the outline and such. So right here in the nose, for example, oh yeah, gold mine. 2. Yep. See, where else could you take some more off? I think this one you can go ahead and risk. That one. See, it also, sometimes some of the obvious ones are not as obvious as you think. So this one right here, if I get rid of that one, for example, I'll lose too much of the outline. This one right here, I am willing to risk that because it really doesn't add that much to that nose area. Control backspace. Let's see, what are you at now? 2.8. So let's see if we can get some from the inner ear and such. That one. See, it's stuff like this that just, it's kind of a hard one to decide if you're going to get rid of. That, we could probably do it safely is my guess. I'm going to take a chance. Hope that chance pays off. Control backspace. Didn't do anything too dramatic to the ear. No. 2.6. What's this? An essential loop. Does it? No, that's essential. That's essential. No. Oh, this one you can certainly get rid of. I don't see no reason for that. No reason for that. There's nobody going to be looking that far in a character's ear in a game. This two. This two. Backspace. Here we're down to 2.6. This is going right down towards the finish line in terms of how. Let's see. Can we do this? This. This. See, that didn't take too much from the outline and such. Down to 2.6. Why was still 2.6? You would think you would take much more than that. Yeah, that's going to be the next one right here, I would think. Duke. Does that do anything too important that we can't rid of in the outline? I think that's completely keepable or deletable. Let's see, where else? See, my next place is to think is probably going to be in the forehead because I have way more tries in the forehead, but it could be that some of those are the ones that you need to be able to keep the initial shapes. So, where could we lose? This one. This one. No, wrong See, that is losable. Control backspace. Or is it? That's a hard one to call. Maybe this one? What happens if you do that? I could actually live with that, truth be told. And then maybe we can take some more off the back of the head and such. So, Duke. 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 See, too much, too far. I need that ear. Backspace, no, need that one. I can sort of see myself living with that one as well, truth be told. What's this one? Do we need this one? What does that make up? I don't really need this one as well. Control backspace. Down to 200, 258. So we are almost there. Let's see what else we can get rid of to get this as close as some of the other ones. For example, who likes a double chin? I don't. Duke. See, that's doable, and then that's doable too. Is that gonna take away? No, see, too important. So let's go ahead and just do that one for now. Duke. Could you live without this one? Duke. No. See, my feeling is you could probably get away with this one, but let's see. Nah, too much of the lips. Duke. What does that do? Could I lose that one? Nah. See, it's not always easy deciding. It's sort of one of those things where you have to do according to your call. See, in this occasion, I'm not going to leave loop mode, so I'm going to go ahead and take this, 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 and this. Don't need that. I'm sure we can squeeze one more row, but the question is where? Can we squeeze that one more row in? Go ahead and try this right here, edge. Oh, you see, if you do that, it undoes the whole thing. Do this, Duke. So you could probably get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to call it quits because then it's a little too much. So then we're getting to the point where it could be too much optimization. Go ahead and, is this one going to, oh, you see that one, that's going to go. So gone. Really? Is that all that it killed? Really? Edge. Control. Backspace. Still looking for there's going to be one more that I can probably kill it. See. You know what, I'm going to risk a little bit of forehead, so let's go ahead and do this. Duke. No, yeah, there's a reason why I didn't want to get rid of that one. That one can probably go. See, no. No. Could I afford to lose that one? Could very well. Control backspace. I think so. And as you can see now, voila, 20,000 or 2030. And then if I go here and then just go and do the smoothing groups. See, again, that has the same faceting issue. So I guess my guess is because I imported this mesh into here. So I'll go do that, make a copy. Okay. Delete. And so go ahead and make a copy of this so you can see the final result copy. Okay, hide selected. Collapse 2. Yes. Delete. So as you can see now, 3 different meshes. The one that I did myself meticulously, that's when I strategically did it. It keeps the best of the shape compared to the other ones that doesn't look good. And when you look at the try counts, this one right here is 27, 2074, 2098, and 2030 is actually the least one. And that right there is a good overview in terms of how you're going to do optimization for game objects. Sometimes the messy approach can work, but sometimes more accurate results will get you a better result. And that concludes this video. Thank you.